Welcome, guys. It's another episode of The Neutral Corner. It's proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. It's Danny Glover.
It's Big Lex, and today we have a special guest, former Crystal Palace and Norwich City Premier League footballer, former British super middleweight boxer, and a big advocate for men's mental health. Today we have none other than Leon Mckenzie.
Welcome, guys. It's another episode of The Neutral.
What's going on, gents?
Yes,
that was a good intro, man.
I appreciate that.
That's good. No takes, no double takes.
I appreciate that.
So how you been? What you been up to today?
Good, you know. Just everything and everything. Juggling. Life's pretty busy at the moment. I'm at Crystal Palace Academy, mentoring the academy there from like 16s all the way through to 18s and some of the 21s. So
cool.
It's busy, but it's a passion of mine. Something I love to do now that all the competing's over. So just my life's going in a different direction in that respect. So just busy and trying to enjoy life.
That's what it's about, man. Staying busy, man.
So what about yourself? What you been up to?
Just the usual, man. Watching boxing, watching football. Just see Nick Ball.
Okay,
do that crazy work on is it Rios?
Ronnie Rios.
Rios. And then man, just, enjoying life. Every day is a is it a day ahead above water? What's the word?
Every day is a day above.
He's saying it better for me, man. Sir, man.
So what we'd like to do, let people know more about you, know your journey. Do you know what I mean? Give flowers to those who are doing big things, positive things. Know the trial, tribulations. Make yourself more relatable to people. For those who might not necessarily know some stuff about you, but want to know a bit more. So we like to take you from the beginning. So if you could let everyone know where you're from, where you grew up, and what's your background as well.
Background. So where I'm from is obviously from South London. I was born in Croydon. Thornton Heath, grew up around those areas.
Okay, like Dwayne Sinclair.
Yeah, went to Winterbourne School. Was
that your secondary school?
No, that was my junior school. My secondary school, I moved away from South London. My dad moved me away purposely, so I didn't get sort of locked into the life, right? So he moved me away purposely. We moved to Causden, and I went to high school called Woodcote High.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was probably the best thing for me. Gives me a bit of understanding on different cultures and everything else. But it just kept me sort of protected a little bit. So just enjoyed my football around them times. And obviously I was in the gym as well at the same time, which many people didn't know about. But from 8 years old, I was in the gym.
Was that with Pups?
With my dad, yeah. Obviously my dad, Clinton, he's a former British European champion.
Yeah.
And my uncle Duke is former 3-time world champion. So they was always in gyms. And my dad owned a pub in Streatham, actually, which I lived in for a few years as a kid. And there was a gym downstairs. And that's where I used to see all boxers come in and out, from Mark Prince to all them, just come in and I just observed like a little kid, just observing everything. But that's where, I guess, and seeing my dad and uncle, I guess that's where the IQ kind of was implemented in the study of just observing the boxing, right? So, life was, as a kid, life was good. My dad, I kind of feared my dad as a kid. I don't really want to get into too much trouble. I sort of left my mum at an early age and went to live with my dad. Probably the best thing that happened to me to become a man, with respect to my mum, amazing woman, but at the same time I had to become a man and see different preferences in life. So it was a good path. but I was a little bit not sure where it was going to go, whether it was going to go down the boxing route or the football. But, you know, life, I always believe in God's timing, and God had his way with me in the end. So, yeah, I kind of was playing football, doing really, really well, but also was sparring and doing a lot of boxing behind closed doors. And I was very close to getting a contract to Crystal Palace, and a decision I had to make. So, and I remember Steve Coppell kind of was around, the manager at them times of Crystal Palace, and he kind of got a little hint that I was sort of fighting a little bit. And he sort of said, listen, he's like, Lee, you got to make a decision of what you want to do, because obviously, you know, you got to be fully into one sort of thing. So we chose football. The best thing.
You regret the decision, or you happy with the decision?
Nah, I'm happy with the decision because I had 18 years. You know, I played in every level, from Premier League to, well, played in every English level, so scored in every level. With the amount of injuries I had, that was the kind of blow to how far my career really went. So I did my best with what was dealt. The cards that I was dealt, I did my best with those. And yeah, I had a fantastic time in football, 18 years. Very up and down, but some amazing times.
Yeah. Hold on. So let's bring it back, because you did a big journey there. So what we do? So you did a massive journey. So no, before that. So where's your parents from?
As in where they're from, country.
Yeah.
My dad's
area, country.
So my dad's Jamaican, Clarendon.
Yeah, come on, big ups.
Come on.
Wait, is that where you're from?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
I'm from there.
Yeah, country.
Yeah. Kellets.
Okay. Yeah.
Clifton Mitchell's from there.
Yeah,
Spencer
that's right.
Fearon's from there.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Big up the
proper
Clarendonians.
Yeah. So I'm from there. I've only been there once. Yeah. I heard it's kind of gone a different way now in Clarendon.
Yeah, but that's Maypen's more the mad part in it. But countryside's a bit, you know, calmer.
Yeah. So I think it's calming down now.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mum is just from London.
English.
English. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what about school life? What type of student was you like in school? Was you like top set, smart?
Sweet boy, innit?
Okay.
Gallus. There for the
A
Gallus.
joker, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I wouldn't say I was the most academic, but very sporty. You know, very.
You know, when people talk about not being academic, is that because you didn't want to be, you didn't try, or just weren't smart? Which one was it?
No, I'm smart. I'm smart in terms.
Yourself.
Like I'm smart in the respect of life now.
Intelligence.
I'm intelligent in that respect, but I just wasn't passionate about doing algebra.
You didn't apply yourself. If you applied yourself,
I don't feel like I applied myself to the best level because I was so much more passionate about the other things, like whether that be kicking ball or just something sport related. I knew I wanted to be something, but I wasn't sure of what direction it was going to go. But I was a bit of a joker in the class, very popular. I was signing autographs in school before I even signed.
Oh wow,
that's the honest truth. Ask anyone from the school. I kid you not. I swear to you, I kid you not. I remember when the new first years come into the school, and I was like a fourth or fifth year then. And I remember like all the kids come in, and for some reason, sometimes you can just have that aura about you. Like, it's just that presence, right? So I just kind of was just like that kind of guy in school, very like, you know, confident and so forth. And then I just remember all these little girls used to just come up to me and they just say, "Oh, can I have your like autograph?" And I was like, it's a bit weird for me, but started signing all of a sudden. But visualizations, I can't tell you how important that was, because the visualization on that, it was only a few years later that I was playing in the first team at Palace. Do you see what I mean? So it was just fun at the time. I'm not that kind of person in terms of like, you know,
big-headed,
I'm not that, but I found it very like, wow, like, is this what God's doing? Like, that's the honest truth. So it was just visualization in that, and enjoyed the moments of being popular and so forth. And then so school was fun. I made some amazing friends, met some amazing people.
So then what about like your area? How is it like growing up around Coulsdon, say, compared to, well, you said it's
Fulton
different to
Heath.
Fulton Heath, but how was it when you got to Coulsdon? What was it like around there for yourself?
Different culturally.
Yeah.
So I think it was one of them where where I'm mixed race. When I was that age, when you're mixed, it's like I didn't really fit in with my black friends, didn't really fit in with my white friends. You're kind of in the middle a little bit, and you're always trying to fit in with what it is. So there was some kind of like, okay, like I'm really comfortable around my people then, but at the same time, I got a education around the white culture and English culture because my mum's English. So it was just a different understanding of both cultures. But I would say I'm a black man in terms of, even though I'm mixed race, I feel like my culture is very much black orientated.
Yeah, because it's very interesting. I've heard that before, but then what you said, what was telling, you said you felt comfortable around your people then. So your people then was the
reason I say that when there's not many black people in your school and you're the only, they just see me as black. They don't even see brown. They never see mixed race, right? They see me as black. But you embrace it or whatever it is. But sometimes, and I only look back now, that even though they were my friends, they would still make them kind of jokes. And it used to sit with me. And I used to think, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where the uncomfortableness would probably come from. But now they look back and they would probably be like, do you know what? Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's subconsciously they were just kind of just in it. So I think
You feel like back then you could get away with saying a lot that you couldn't get away with, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's a given. But do you think
100%.
if that was the case, you think they're looking back and thinking, because in this time...
It's different generation now, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Can't get away with lots of things now. But back then, even when I was at Crystal Palace as a kid and I'm just getting into the youth team, I can't tell you some of the things that were said. I can't tell you some of the things that were said.
Yeah, it's mad.
And sometimes it was like, and back then, you're like, all I want to do is become it. I just want to become the best I can be and be a pro. But there was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. So it's different generations.
Yeah.
So like now, certain people won't be standing up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So then after school, did you go on to further education like college or anything like that? You just went, because I saw you went into Crystal Palace at 17 years old. And
I went into Crystal Palace at around 15 years old.
Okay, but you made your
Professional debut at 17.
Yeah, because I see, them times there, you look like Neutrino. Them times. I've got to get this picture up on the reel because you had the slit eyebrows, the hairline was solid.
London thing.
No, he did. You need to see it. And where it is, what's surprising is your hairline them times, because it was so solid. You didn't have a hairline where you would think it would go bald. Like mine, even as a kid, you could see
I had
one
locks
side.
before that.
Oh, you had locks.
You see when Crisscross was come. So when Crisscross formed, at school I had plaits, I had everything.
Okay.
What happened with me is, and this is the true story, is that at 17, obviously it broke through and I had the little fade in it.
Yeah.
The little slit. Yeah, I had the little fade, I remember. And then I had my son at 18. Right? My son's 27 now. Amazing young man. And I had him at 17. And then I was in a full-blown relationship with an older woman. And I started receding at about 23 years old.
Oh, the stress. How much older is she?
I can't tell you.
Oh my God. Because I had my son at 18 a week before my 19th, but I wouldn't say that was the catalyst. But do you know what it is? No, do you know what it was with me? Back in the day, everyone used to wear the climber fit hats and they were tight. So already one side was a bit...
caps, the thing.
Yeah, the
I
caps.
used to wear a lot of caps as well.
Yeah, so that's definitely gonna
that affected it. But yeah, man, just it is what it is. I just shaved it off and I never sort of looked back.
Yeah. But you got a cool head shape, so
it's just alright.
So you started at Palace, you played 85 games, 85 appearances for them. Funny enough, that's
very big.
the same team that my dad's cousin played for.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So yeah,
Right, he was my mentor.
Mental, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, all throughout. He's like my hero. Yeah.
yeah. So how did you manage? What was the process of you getting scouted?
So I was at a Sunday League club. So I was playing for my school, county, district, and all that. And I was at a Sunday League club called Chipstead,
Okay,
and that was near the Coulsdon area. So I was doing really well, and just banging in goals, and my name was obviously getting scouted about. But this is a true story where I ended up leaving school. I didn't really sit my GCSEs. I was just like, I can't do this right now. I didn't really cope with exams and that anyway. So I didn't sit my GCSEs, and I remember panicking. So I kind of left school now. And funny enough, ironically, the youth team's manager's son was at my school, a few years younger. So I said, I just found out that your dad's the Palace youth team manager. Like, could I have your number? Because I need to call him. I need to get a trial. Like, and he's like, oh yeah, of course, Leon. Yeah, I'll give you the number. I'll give him a call. Blah, blah, blah. So I remember like building up the courage, and then that Monday, I must have called him. And
What
so
phone was you using
nervous.
back then? Mobiles? What was you using?
I used it for my house phone.
House
You know,
phone,
you remember we used to use house phones? Do you remember when we used to use house phones?
when you
That's where-
actually got used out of
yeah.
paying for your landline. Now you're just paying for nothing.
Yeah, so I used my house phone, and I remember just really building up the courage and nervous and quite anxious. And I spoke to him, and he was like, "Oh, Leon Mckenzie, how you doing? Da, da, da. Oh, we've been watching you." I was like, "Okay." I said, "Well, I'd love to come down and have a trial." And he said, "Yep, come down Monday. We'll have a look at you." Da, da, da. Very nervous, went in there. I was on trial for 6 months. 6 months, very, very long. But what that installed was
Was that a normal thing or?
no, not that long. So they were iffing and ahhing. I had talent, ability, very raw, but you know, sometimes football it's all down to opinions. So I had to sort of change that. But my desire and hunger to just want to be it stood out from everyone. And that was just how I played. Explosive, determined, and just hungry just to be it all. And although I was a little bit behind technically when I first went to Crystal Palace, I was probably one of the ones that did extra work every single day to work on my game, to work on my touch, to work on every single thing possible to try and be the best I could be. And then obviously within a couple of years of being in the youth team, I became one of the leading goal scorers in England for sure, competing with the likes of Michael Owen and Jason Ewell and Carl Court and people like that. So I've never actually played for England, but in terms of like youth level, I was one of the leading
You was up there.
goal scorers,
Yeah.
and I made my debut at 17. But I knew what I'd been through. I knew the pain and the hard work that I'd put into just making that moment of stepping out on the pitch on that Tuesday evening in a cup game to play first team game. I knew what it'd taken to get to that stage. So that's what I say to anyone. Like, you know, when you know you've put in an extreme amount of work, the rewards are not really that surprising.
Yeah, yeah. So then you played for them for what, 7 years, 6 years, and then but during that time you went on loan to Peterborough, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And then you was with them for 5 years.
3.
3 years, sorry.
yeah.
So how would you say how was it style wise, and how was it, do you think?
Different league,
Yeah.
2 leagues down at the time. So when I went to Peterborough, I actually went there permanently in the end. When I went to Peterborough, I stood out because
Levels.
there's levels to this, and everything that you do, and you understand those levels. Once you go into, you take me out of Crystal Palace and you put me 2 leagues down, now all of a sudden I started to believe what I'm about.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh, this is easy for me. Like I can do this, constantly scoring goals. So that inputted a certain belief that I needed at a particular time in my football career, because I became a goal scorer once I left Crystal Palace. I didn't score a lot of goals at Crystal Palace, but I was very young, had to find my way, and sometimes you have to
Find
grow,
your feet, as they say.
find your feet, but grow in the time that it takes. So that's that. You know, when I went to Peterborough, I just found myself and was able to grow in the right amount of time.
So why did you go to Peterborough, which was 2 leagues down, when you was with Crystal Palace when they actually got a promotion?
Yeah, I was in the Premier League at 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got, well, you was part of the team that helps get them a promotion.
Yeah.
So then what was it?
So in football, like I said, there's things that can change in life, let alone football. So with football, around the time, because I went through when the club when they went into administration, I didn't get paid for probably half a season, which no one would really know. So I was playing for free for a very long time in the first team. Wasn't playing. I didn't get. Yeah, wasn't.
Was that Simon Jordan's era?
No, he came in after. This was Mark Goldberg's era.
Okay.
And then it kind of all sort of like, you know, you kind of hang on, and I've been there from the youth team. When you come through the youth ranks, sometimes you're not treated as if you've been brought to the club, because you're like you know, you come up and it's not as.
You feel like because it's like it's a free signing, like they ain't put money.
Yeah, just maybe back then it wasn't just so like, you know, he's come up from the youth, so it's not so, you know, we don't have to really go all out for him sort of thing. But things change. Simon Jordan, bless his soul, came in, and Alan Smith was the manager at the time. Unfortunately, it's all about opinions, and they had their own opinions of me, and it wasn't the right ones, and they decided to get me out of the club.
What opinions did they have of you? Can you tell us? Or
do you know what? And I've spoken to them both about it, because they confronted me, which was amazing, really. And they, I remember Alan Smith, he kind of thinking about that. He said I had a bit of an attitude, you know, just not for me. Whether that is because Stevie Coppell was my guy. We was very close, and then Steve Coppell was out the way, and then someone comes in and tries to change it up and change the face don't fit or whatever. So, and Simon Jordan just went along with it. The most interesting thing about that is, as much as it really hurt me, I did come back and score, not because I wanted to prove something to Palace fans. I celebrated because I wanted to prove something to Simon Jordan at the time, and Alan Smith. And when I went into my boxing career, after I'd finished boxing, I'd met them both face to face at an event. And to be fair to Simon Jordan, he came up to me like a man, because he's very liked or not liked, right?
Yeah, he's
but very intelligent, very, very smart in what he does. But he came up to me and he was like, Leon, I made a mistake about you, and I'm actually really sorry. And I'm so proud of what you went on to do in both sports. Alan Smith, kind of the same. Maybe not as apologetic, but kind of the same. And just kind of was like, yeah, I got it wrong with you. Sometimes you just have to just go with it. It's not a victimization story. It's just, you know what, sometimes it's about opinions, and you have to sometimes change the narrative. And that's what I try to do.
And the disclaimer is he's talking about Alan Smith in football, not the pro trainer, because you know someone might try and clip this and make it like, no,
I'm sure Crystal Palace, I'm sure their clock on.
But yeah, no, I was right. So you did 2 years on loan with Peterborough, and then 3 years.
No, I've done a few months. I've done a few months on loan. I've done a few months on loan, and then Terry Venables came as manager.
At Peterborough.
I worked at Palace.
Oh, Palace. Oh, sorry.
And then, because I was scoring lots of goals, Terry Venables called me back and gave me a new contract.
Oh,
right. And he was a good coach, good striker coach. So I thought, okay, I'm back in the frame. And then it just kind of, obviously, I think he ended up sort of leaving. And then it all kind of went a little bit, and then I kind of faded out. So yeah, that's just
Okay.
what it goes. Yeah, and then I obviously went to Peterborough for I was there for about 3 years. I probably should have left earlier, but I broke and dislocated my ankle at a time I was probably just about to leave the club.
Yeah.
So I had to wait. I was out for a whole season after that. So yeah, that's when it all sort of started for me.
Okay.
And then went to Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich City
Yeah.
for 3 years, and then
Got promoted with them.
Yep, yeah, that was it. Because you did 2 teams where where you was in the promotion
Yeah.
section. So yeah,
So I got in the Premier League, or Premiership back then, but Premier League now.
Because in my mind, I'm thinking I used to see you on ITV when they used to, because it went Match of the Day, then it was on I think it was on ITV when ITV had the highlights.
Yeah, I would have been on some highlights.
Yeah.
Maybe coming on the last 15.
I used to watch the whole show anyway. So
Yeah, little skinny, little foot underneath kid, just, do you know what I mean? Taking a moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then after, did you go to Northampton?
I went to Coventry.
Sorry, Coventry.
Yeah, for 3 years.
Yeah, and then you did. Yeah, so it's like you did 3 years at quite a few clubs.
Yeah, I would say I always gave a good account of myself. Probably very important to every team I've been in. Knew my strengths, knew my weaknesses, but very much an impactful player.
Yeah.
So the only thing that probably hindered my career of not playing at the top level for longer is because of injuries.
Yeah.
You know, I sit here today and I feel it now. You know, I've got arthritis here, there, and everywhere. So it's like, I've had 8 operations in my life. So, and that's just through football. Never had once. Broke my nose a couple of times while boxing, but the actual seriousness of injuries that I had from football, you'd be like, oh my gosh. Like,
How ironic is that?
Yeah.
You would think it was the
half
other
my
sport.
career.
Yeah.
Half my career was just trying to come back. Just trying to come back to play, literally. It was demoralising, it was soul destroying, but somehow just kept coming back. But everything has its time, right?
Yeah.
So, I figured out when it was time, it was time, and that was probably at around 33-ish. I ruptured my Achilles back end of my career. And that was at Coventry, actually. And then I went on to Northampton after.
Okay. Yeah, because when
Charlton. I went to Charlton after that.
Yeah, because I was going to say that's where I actually first saw you, because I'm not really a football guy, but them times I was actually working at the Valley.
Oh, he's at the Valley?
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
a
didn't
company
really play.
called Centre Circle. I was doing stewarding, then got the SIA, so I do like security for the bar section or whatever. So yeah, at the Valley, that was like 09, 2010 times you was there. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
so that you was there then.
Yeah.
So that's when I actually first saw you. And you used to have the David Lloyd's thing just underneath and all that. So yeah, and then you finished off at Corby.
Yeah, I finished off. I went non-league for probably about 8-9 months.
Yeah.
Just kind of like,
Is that,
you know,
is that
that's
just to scratch your itch? Like, just the...
I knew it was the end because my body just wasn't responding anymore. But I just thought, let me just try and play as long as my body allows me to. And I remember playing in one game, I think it was for Corby. And I remember this young centre-half breathing down my neck. And I was just like, whatever. And I remember him breathing down my neck, and he said something to me. He goes, Mckenzie, you ain't all that. And I looked at him and I'm like, mate, just here's the thing. You're always going to be here.
Yeah.
You're always going to be in this league. Like, what? I just was like, but to be fair, I was proper like fiery. So, you know what I mean? I was like, but from then I was like, but he is right. I'm coming to the end. And that's like, that's the way it goes. And you have to sometimes let go when it's time.
So,
a bit like some fighters.
So in your like football career, who would you say like is your mentors and people that you mentioned Ian Wright before, but was he the only one, or was the other guys just put like a little hand around your shoulder and just say do this or do that, don't give up here?
Quite a few people, but Wright was the most influential because he's just one of the people that when we was playing and I was coming through, he was the man, innit? Like South London had that no fear factor. Played like he was playing like in the playground. Do you know what I mean? Like he just had that raw sense of, but from celebrations to showing that passion. And then we ended up, obviously we ended up sort of speaking. I remember the first time I see Ian Wright, and I was in the youth team at Palace then. I remember seeing him in Blockbuster Video. You remember Blockbuster?
Yeah. If you don't bring your video back on
my
time,
age now, you know.
You got a young man. What blood?
like before all this Netflix stuff, you used to have to get video sets, and it was that there was another one called Apollo. And if you didn't bring your video cassettes back in time, you have to pay a fee.
That's
And
right.
sometimes even if it's closed on the weekend, you can post the video through the letterbox.
Nah, technology
Yeah,
is
yeah,
fucked up
serious.
for
Yeah, I
businesses,
saw him in
boy.
Blockbusters. And I was just gassed. I was like, oh my gosh, righty, like blah blah. And he was just proper embracive, da da da. But little did I know where it would go later on in life. Yeah, I'd say throughout, in and out my career, throughout, sometimes he'd call me and we'd speak, and always encouraging and just little striker aspects and teachings. I remember one time he was watching me, actually, because I remember this vividly. He was playing Tottenham. You know how he is with Tottenham, innit? We was playing Tottenham, and it was, I got man in the match. It was 0-0, but I think in the last 5 minutes, I had one chance, and I kind of snatched the shot. I didn't get it out of my feet quick
Like a
enough.
snapshot or.
Just a bit, it's a bit snappy. I should have scored, basically. Man, he called me. He was cussing. He's like, "No, you got to get out your feet." Boom. Like, do you know what I mean? In my head, I'm like, right, yeah, I'm not you, bro. I'm not you, bro. But I'll get it. But yeah, it was good. It was great. So, you know, there was many factors in my career. Obviously, my dad's a big influence in my life. But when I was at Palace, funny enough, it was people like Dougie Freedman, actually. When I was a youngster, he's the director
So the
of Crystal Palace.
American coach?
No, Dougie Freedman was a former player.
No, player. Was he? You weren't American?
No, he's now the director of Crystal Palace.
Dougie Freedman. He was
Yeah.
never American.
No, he's not American. He's Scottish.
Oh no, I apologize. I don't know
No,
why. I
that's
thought
alright.
that. I need to hear his voice, man. He might have spoken American or something.
No. There's obviously there's American foundations around Crystal
Sorry,
Palace.
Dougie.
Yeah. But yeah, look, he was you know, quite arm around me, encouraging when I was a kid, because I used to watch him, and he was a good player when he was playing. Do you know what I mean? And several, played with some players and against some amazing players. So you kind of pick up, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
You're a player that's played. Also, one thing, you're a player that's played along all the leagues, like Prem, Division. Explain to people like the levels, like between the gulp between Prem and First Division. Is it big? Is it harder? Because in my opinion, I think the First Division is hard.
Championship.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah. So there's more direct
Football, yeah.
I'd say probably more running in the aspects of what it is, because maybe not every player is as technical. But to be honest, like in the Premier League now, and I heard Michael Owen say something about this actually, you have to be an athlete.
Yeah.
They're all like athletes mostly. You don't really see any Matt Letizier's anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Just like no kind of, not really. But they are all athletes, but the levels are, in terms of keeping the ball and retaining the ball and finishing, it's the marginal factors where it's like a thin line. Whereas in the Championship, and as you keep going down the leagues, they may take 4 or 5 chances to get 1 goal. Premier League, it could be 1 or 2.
Yeah. So why is it with the say Division 2 and stuff, they was playing with the yellow balls? What's that about?
What sense? It's just different types of balls, isn't it? FA Cup balls.
No, but they play with.
Weather,
I noticed it was always
weather restrictions. Whether sometimes you can't, I don't know, maybe you can't see. I never really looked into it too much, to be honest. But yeah, I think a lot of it was just down to like whether. I mean, with the ball, when I was playing, the balls were heavy. I mean,
no, but it'd be the colour yellow.
Yeah,
the balls,
just
I found it strange seeing sometimes.
just maybe down to I couldn't really tell you in that respect, but yeah, I think maybe to do with weather or just actual. I don't know, man. Google it.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I will afterwards. Thank you for that. Thank you for that homework, Leon. So, moving on. So, you've decided to, you said you've decided in your head, this is it now.
Yeah.
From football. So then, what was the catalyst where you thought? Actually, what was you doing in between boxing, football, and boxing, or did you just straight transition and know straight away? I already know what my next career path's going to be.
So after I retired from football?
Yes.
So after I retired from football, I wasn't in a good place.
Okay. Yes. Cause,
I wasn't in a good place.
Because I think at Crystal Palace, Charlton, sorry, that you got a few speeding tickets.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, because, my story is pretty eventful.
Can't cram it in all
It's
in
eventful, but I don't want to, when you're talking about certain topics, it's important because someone can pick up on it and take it in, right?
Can inspire their life as well.
So when I didn't cope with retiring from football because I felt like I was kind of forced to because of what my body was doing. I wasn't in control with what my body was doing, and it was something that I'd done for so many years, something that I loved, and I wasn't really prepared to finish.
Your mind and it wasn't where your body was, basically.
Yeah, so my heart's there, but my body's saying...
The mind is willing, but the body is not, as Mark Uncle Raymond said. Yeah.
Correct. So the transition wasn't easy for me, and I fell into a bit of a spiral and didn't cope too well. So as time went on, and I knew it was kind of, fading away and things were coming to an end, I just went into a complete meltdown, especially when I was at Charlton, because I couldn't get fit to save my life. And it was killing me every single day. No one would know because I was a brilliant actor. But back then, I was scared. I was very fearful of what was happening, but also just not really coping with what's going to happen now after football. I was, married at the time, beautiful kids. So that was I guess, the main attraction in terms of like holding on. But even whilst having those beautiful things in life, or beautiful love, shall I say, even having beautiful love in life, it still wasn't enough for my mind to understand what I had. So, I got to a place where I did try and attempt my own life, and it's always difficult for me to kind of talk about it because I know what I'm about and I know what it takes. But that time in my life, I gave up. I gave up on life. I just couldn't cope anymore. And then as things go into that direction, this is when, your self-destructiveness, the womanizing stuff at the time, the things I lent on to cope, wasn't into drugs, wasn't into drink. I lent on things that were still self-destructive, but in other areas of life.
So that's what I was saying to someone over there. Everyone has their vices. Vices are not only just alcohol or smoking weed or drugs. There could be other things like gambling or
of course.
Yeah, coping mechanisms.
So my coping mechanisms were just trying to feel a little bit free from the pain that my mind was in. I was in a lot of pain because I wasn't coping. And obviously got through that situation. And then, I found out a few other bits and bobs. Again, life dealing you with the hand that sometimes things catch up with you in the way they're supposed to. And God allows it to happen because sometimes you have to just stand up and be counted. So I had to do that. Made some stupid errors, made some stupid choices. A few little latch-ons around me at that time, not really my friends and so forth, but they latch on and the same old sort of principle, right? Put my trust into people I shouldn't have put my trust to. Lent money to people I shouldn't have lent money to. The little things of you do when your just mind is not in a very good place.
Do you feel like you might have been people saw your vulnerabilities, took advantage of you at the time?
Of course, man. People. That's what. Some people have careers out of that.
Yeah,
Real talk.
yeah, that's
a
true.
big quote.
Yeah,
That's facts. Like some people have careers out of it. I know people still this day still doing the same things that they've always done to people, and still feel no way about doing it. It's just that's how some people are. Some people are not as good. That what I would realize is that not everyone has my heart, but also I have to understand how to sometimes protect it. So I fell into some stupid choices, made some stupid choices, and that's where the driving stuff come into play, where I was speeding a lot. Back then it wasn't so whatever, but
yeah, they weren't. The
wasn't so
cars
as it
weren't
is
so
now.
monitored. Yeah, it weren't like.
speeding a lot, but I was just being a little bit naive in terms of if I got something through. But in honest, when you're in privileged positions, like as a footballer or whatever high profile industry
like you
you're
can't be
in,
touched.
there's always someone that will try and help you or whatever it is.
okay,
And there was someone within football, because he was doing it for all the footballers, and he was like, "Yeah, cool, I'll sort out the points." Give him the letter, signs it off, says it's somewhere else, blah blah blah, gone to wherever it is. Do you know what I mean? And I've done that quite a few times, but there's a consequence to it, right? And the consequence was it's going to come around and bite me. At the time, it did, and I remember getting pulled up. I was pulled up into my property in London, pulled up, and I remember these cars just coming vroom 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 from different directions, just like literally blocked me in. So what's going on here? In my head, I'm like, I'm a professional footballer. I'm not a criminal. Like, you've got the wrong person. Do you know what I mean? Pulled me over, and they was like, "Oh, Leon Mckenzie, blah blah blah." Anyway, one of the officers on the radio, and he was like, and I'm hearing the other side, and all I heard was triggering cameras, and my heart dropped. My heart dropped, bro. Like, I thought, oh no.
Because you knew what they were talking about.
Straight away. So and I think, okay, I'm here. So went to the police station, took me all the way back to Northampton, because that's where my family home was, because I was at Charlton at the was I at Charlton at the time? I can't remember now. But I was somewhere, I was doing something. Or I might have just finished from Charlton. Yeah, I might have just finished. Went to the police station, got questioned, blah, blah, blah. And they drilled me, Didn't give the person up. Probably should have, to be fair.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't give the person up, but it was one of them where I was in a lot of stress, but thinking, have I done the right thing? Am I not like blah, blah, blah? But what the police done was quite interesting, because they made me out to be the main distributor.
Okay, like the guy that's doing it.
So they started naming other footballers to me. They said, they're doing the same as you. We believe that you're the main instigator.
The mastermind.
running a ring.
In my head, I'm
running a ring.
I'm like, are you guys all right? Like, I'm not Ghost. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, we need to go. Like, they went to my house, cleared up my house, took my computers, everything. I'm like, I've not been forwarding no letters. I'm not the one. It's not me. Like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the police at the time, they let me go. Gave me a caution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me go. For about a year, I heard nothing. About a year later, got a knock at the door. Dum, dum, dum. CPS. Oh, hi, Mr. Mckenzie. Just to let you know that the case isn't over. We'll be in touch.
After a year, you know.
Mind
After a
games.
year, CPS are different now. It's a different situation. And from there, obviously, I had to get my lawyer, blah, blah, blah. Within a few months, that was it.
He was in law school.
Went to prison, mate.
Yeah.
Went to prison, went to Wood Hill, ACAT prison. A learning experience. It's not my life. Been an athlete all my life, but we're here.
Yeah.
So you had to do what it is. But I was 33, 34 at the time, give or take, and it was about trying to be as productive as I could. I wrote an autobiography inside, so I was writing a diary every day. I found myself counselling in prison to guys that are doing 10 plus in there, coming in there. You know, they would talk to me about football and red-to-tear. But that was the most interesting thing for me about it. And again, sometimes God puts you where your life needs to go later on. And why I say that is because from that, and just kind of finding myself counselling big grown men, who have made bad choices and so forth. It was a realization for me to, okay, this is not over. This is me trying to work out what's next in my next chapter.
The rebirth, but at the same time, you know, and this is, you know, I hadn't even jumped in the ring yet, right? So it all starts to build from then. Came out and a book. Unfortunately, I had to go through a divorce when I came out of prison, which was probably How long was you in?
6 months.
6 months.
And about 4.5, yeah. But I was fine in there, like no issues, no major issues. Just kept my head down, kept doing what I'm doing. When you're not from it, you're not from it, innit? So don't really mess with you too much. But I took some learning experiences from it and understood the process. And then I guess that's why I feel like it kind of led me into the mentoring path I'm on now with the kids. And also I'm at university now. I'm studying to become a professional therapist. So in my second year of that. So just trying to continue building. It's always you know, sometimes you know one chapter ends but another one can always start.
Yeah.
So you got released from prison, and then what was like your first movements when you came out? Obviously you've been doing a mentoring.
Honestly,
not
great. Not great. And I was hungry, not food wise. But here's the thing, you know what? You laugh
groceries.
now. You know what? You laughing now, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I probably made the biggest. It's so hard to say because it's not a mistake because my daughter's now 11. So I have a daughter from a situation now, right? So, and an amazing blessing. But the biggest life lesson for me was not fighting for my wife at the time. That's the biggest lesson for me. Not having the courage to give her the person I am now. And I had to lose. I had to lose very bad. Through that. A lot of trauma came from it. And you know, even still to this day, I dropped my girls off Sunday. I dropped my girls off yesterday, and they're like nearly 16 and 13 now. I've got 5 children, 4 girls, 1 son, all amazing in different areas. But these 2 were my my fundamentals were in terms of my wife, right? So I had 2 children from her, amazing, beautiful girls, and they made me laugh so much yesterday. And I can honestly say, man to man, that sometimes you have to really think about the moves you make, because still to this day, that drive home, I still cry on the way back home on the motorway. I still struggle leaving them. And so many years are gone. 11 years is gone. Do you see what I'm saying? So a massive struggle, but acceptance is a massive thing in this. You have to accept what's been given to you, understand the process of everything. But you know what? Again, it's not a feel sorry for me story. It's just understanding and being aware of this is the choices that I made. This is how I have to deal with it. But it's not always easy. It's not always easy, and you have to sometimes be accountable for the choices you make in life, but also understand what you're trying to do to change.
Yeah, love that. So then what was it, what made you sort of like say, all right, I need to get out this rut and I'm going to pursue boxing?
Because when I went through the divorce, I was in a bit of a vulnerable place again. Depression's been a massive part of my life. And when it grips hold of you, it grips hold of you. Can't explain it. I've never had medication. I've always tried to figure it out myself, but I've not always been great at figuring it out. So it gripped me in a way where I was starting to feel vulnerable again. And no way did I want to be back to where I was once upon a time at Charlton. I don't want to be in that position again. So I remember this, I lost everything. I lost my whole identity. Not only did I lose my family, but I lost me. I lost myself. No more football. No more wages coming in like that. A little bit to tick over, but generally lost everything. And when I say I lost everything, that's not just financial. That's losing. There's nothing worse than losing who you are. There's nothing worse than not understanding your identity anymore in life. So therefore, it crippled me for a bit, and I said to my dad, I'm not doing more again. I need to train. I need to do something. And I was 30, coming at 35. I was 35 at the time, give or take, and 34, and I would have just turned 35 when I made my professional debut. But that year, or about 8 to 9 months, I dedicated everything to boxing. Trained every day in South London with my dad in Dulwich.
Yeah.
He, my best friend anyway. Every day trained. Twice a day probably. Wasn't working or anything like that, but just trying to hold on to something. I was staying at my baby sister's for that year, obviously going through the divorce period. And then
held you down, yeah? Sister held you down.
Yeah, my baby sis Alex, yeah, she took me in for that year. And you have to go through certain things, and family sometimes can come up trumps. So I went there, but oh man, I can't tell you the amount of pain and tears and feeling sorry for myself and missing my children. Like all these things were playing a big part. So most training days I go home and just cry. I sound like a crybaby, but that's just the truth. Like I don't have no ego to tell anyone that, sometimes I feel it. I feel it. And when it hurts me, especially when it's to do with my children, my family, foundation, I can cry on the spot. So I had to find something within. And I prayed every day, man. God gave me some kind of strength that.
Yeah, because I've seen throughout, we've been talking, you've been mentioning
spirit-wise. Because I'm not a religious person, but I understand. I understand the spiritual reasoning in terms of prayer and really understanding God's power. I never really understood that. All these little transitions in life were so important for me. And I managed to do it. And boxing was my go-to. And I didn't know how far I'd go. I didn't know what would really truly happen. I knew I had a little bit about me, but you know what boxing's like. It's until you get tagged, or you get hit properly, or you have to go through it. But my schooling was different, man. My DNA's different. So I think people were a little bit shocked. I think people were laughing at first. To see me as a footballer coming into what are you coming into our sport for? Some joke thing. But the people that truly know, whether that's actually Spencer Fearon's, whether it's like my family or the real people that truly know my DNA, he can fight. Yeah. And I think I proved that along the way to the levels I got to. I got to English title level, obviously won an international masters title, but to fight at the level I did for 4 years, to to, 39 years old I was, and I was fighting for Southern Area title.
Yeah.
Got into Fight of the Year with Chella Renda. An amazing fight.
Yeah.
Probably a bit of a bogey man in terms of
Yeah, we'll get into that. But what it is, so you're speaking about, obviously, we'll get into like the family lineage, like as you said, your dad, former British and European champion, your uncle, freeweight world champion, and then also your other uncle, Winston, you didn't mention, he was a boxer as well, and he turned politician as well.
Yeah, I don't really speak to.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
That's
all
real.
right, so you had your debut against Jason. Is his name Jason?
Wait. Let's talk about. I want to talk before we talk about these. I want to talk about the transition from football to boxing, and
Yeah.
how was that mentally and physically?
Well, mentally, I was in that vulnerable place because of life circumstances, right? But that actual transition, I fast tracked real quick.
Okay.
But then I was sparring with the likes of Richard Williams and certain pedigrees before I even made my professional debut. So I sparred quite a lot. And we kind of knew. And as time, and I remember Richard Williams saying to me on one of my last spars with him, and he was like, "You're ready."
Is that why one of your A-listers was The Secret then?
Yes.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Because he was one of my go-tos, very influential the start of my boxing career, as much as my dad and uncle were. He was very influential. And again, we sparred a lot of rounds, and he helped me a lot. And obviously Mark Prince came in terms of a motivator. But again, he'd known me from a kid. So when he's seen my journeys, he's looking at it from a completely different angle as well. So yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Okay. So then, was you signed with anyone at first, or?
No, Steve Goodwin became my promoter.
So was you like that crazy ticket deal?
Yeah, I was very blessed really because I had the profile from football. I was very fortunate to boxing. I didn't really have to fight for money, right? Because I got sponsorship. So I was already probably 10 to 12 grand up before I fought every single time.
Yeah.
Just through my own sponsorship. I had no one that I got my own sponsorship, by the way. I got my own sponsorship, and that's how I done it. So I just paid off my ticket deal anyway, and whoever came. But I had like a decent following. It wasn't. But at my age, I was never going to be. Eddie Hearn was going to knock at my door because I'm 37, 38 years old. Business sense. I don't make business for someone
longevity.
Like Eddie Hearn. I was on Sky once with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
But again, another person, after I've actually retired, he actually tweeted and said, "Amazing what you done. Amazing." Do you know what I mean? And, sometimes, I look back and I say, well, you know what? Like, I feel like I got that respect from two sports, regardless.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to me.
So you made your debut against John Mason.
Yes.
So when you knocked him out in the second round,
Yeah.
did you feel like you'd let out some of that, anguish and frustration you'd had for the past couple of years?
I wasn't angry. I was mending my heart.
Yeah. Okay.
I was mending my heart.
Was it broken from your marriage or
Everything?
Okay.
Career finish, injuries psychologically damaged me. Marriage ending, missing my children. There was a certain, like, and I know it's like cliche to say it, and people say it, but like, I was ready to die in the ring. And that's the honest truth. Like, even at my last fight, I was like, I gave my all to boxing. I gave my all of what my body could give. Do you see what I'm saying? Not every fighter does that, my friend. Not every fighter does that. So, and that's just the way I am. Like, it's just my character is built that way. Anyone I sparred with, ask them. Like, it's the same principle. I sparred with everyone.
Yeah.
from Craig to
Yeah.
Yard to Billy Joe Saunders to Eubanks to all of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like they would understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So then you had a couple more wins. Then you went in with Darren McKenna.
Yeah, drew that.
You got a draw with that.
Great learning fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just it's like trying to fast track the best you can, and you. It was only over 4 rounds, but the thing is, over 4 rounds, if you lose 2 of those rounds,
Yeah, you ain't got much time to claw them
you
back.
ain't got really much time to get it back, right? No matter what level. So you need to really. And I was very, it's my 3rd fight, so you're learning and trying to work it out. But it was very good in terms of where it was because it kicked me on.
Yeah. Then I remember you beat Scott Douglas over 6 rounds because I remember 2 fights later, Craig fought him over 4 rounds. So that's why I knew him. Then you won the International Masters against Ivan Stepalo over 10 rounds. So, and the thing is, you jumped straight from 6 to 10. There was you never had an 8-rounder in your career.
Not one, no.
So how
Danny
was
Brown,
that?
I fought as well. Danny Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did that transition from going from 6 to 10? How did you feel doing the 10-rounder for your first time?
I think I done 3 10s. I think I done 3 10. Two. Yeah, I done 1 10 there, and then.
But I think that was your first time.
That was the first time I done it.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
because
it's fine.
the countless sparring you do in the gym and
I'll be honest with you, yeah. You see that with my dad. My dad's an old school 15-round fighter. So the training expectancies are different. Expectations are different.
Well, it's going to be hard when your dad's fought Sugar Ray Leonard in the Olympics. Just saying.
My dad's just built different. So he was never going to let me get in the ring unprepared. Duke, at the beginning of my career, was involved. But Duke was a very technical, skilled fighter. Very technical. Wouldn't get involved fight-wise. I'm not gonna stop.
boxer, not a fighter.
Very much so. But my dad is a box fighter, which was more suited for me and my style. If you watch my fights, I can box a little bit, but I'm actually like a box fighter. Like when it's ready, like to go to that place, I will stand with you and we will go. So he realized that. So it's like he stepped back and then my dad kind of took over. And that's what worked beautifully as a family as well. Just knowing the
But I remember the first time I saw you actually fight in person.
oh really?
It was the Jermaine Smile fight.
Yeah, I didn't really do that well.
Yeah.
I didn't really do that well.
You didn't, but you
No, I
wasn't.
wasn't.
You wasn't. Yeah.
That was later on as well.
I was 38, right? But do you know what happened there? And I remember coming back after the 2nd round on that Smile fight because I should have won really, but I didn't have my snap. Something had left me. I went back after the 2nd round. I said, "Dad, I feel so tired. Like, what is wrong with me? Like I was just like, I had to sort of grind it through." Do you know the thing is about experience as well? We was expecting him to come to us, like to come and bring it, because that's how we sort of fought.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's built as well.
Actually,
Yeah, stronger.
and he actually
Flip
did.
the script.
He flipped it on me, and he was very long, awkward. And I remember like he's just like boxing, like it was like very awkward, keeping me away. I remember I slipped through the ropes, and the referee put it as a knockdown. He didn't touch me.
Yeah.
I slipped through the ropes because they were like
I remember that
literally
as well.
100%. Like
And
we
then
laugh about it to this day because
yeah.
me and him speak still. And I was like, you didn't knock me down. And he knows it as well because he laughs, isn't it? But it threw me off completely. Thinking, oh my gosh, 10-8 round, down now, blah, blah. And then shortly after, I hit him with a left hand and he proper like went across the ring, tried to finger him. I remember the shot.
Yeah.
From then, this guy just kept it moving. Couldn't really get to him. I
Nailed
tried
it
to
down.
draw him in.
Yeah.
I tried to draw him in. And you know what? As an honest man, he won the fight.
You won the fight. Yeah.
He won the fight.
What was it? A split? I remember.
It was a split decision.
Yeah.
It was a split decision. But I would probably would have given 2 or 3 rounds.
No.
I would have given him 2 or 3 rounds.
But before that, you beat an unbeaten prospect in John McCallum. He retired in the 6th round, which was a good win.
Yeah.
And then I remember I brought my kids. I went to see Craig at the Copper Box, and he was on that
fighting.
bill.
Yeah.
And the thing is, against Kelvin Young, and the thing is, I thought you was going to lose.
Yeah, of course
So
you
that's
did.
what. No.
Most people did.
No.
Yeah, most people did.
No, it's not honest.
Yeah, no, I was saying that. I was saying that.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you.
It lasted
I thought you was
43
going to lose
seconds.
because I thought. So what you was? Yeah. No. I told you the story. It was funny. What was happened? So obviously Craig was on early. It was a big bill. Lewis Adolphe, John Ryder, Ted Cheeseman, O'Hara Davies. A massive card.
Yeah, Groves was
George
on
Groves was on
Box.
it. Yeah, George Groves just
fought for
was a
World Title. No,
he just lost the 2nd world title against Badu Jack,
Badu Jack.
and he fought Lewis, what the
I
Italian
can't
dude.
remember.
Yeah,
I remember,
yeah.
Oh, comeback fight.
Yeah. And then I remember he
shame.
took him out in the 5th. So as I'm going, yeah, kids, they were going now because you was doing the graveyard shift, and I was like, he's gonna get beat. So as I'm walking out, all I've heard is boom. Brothers just dropped right in front of me as I'm walking past the ring, because you got to go past the ring, then up the stairs. You know how Copper Box is. It's a horror. It's a weird venue the way it's set.
Yeah,
And I'm like, raw man, lick him down. And then it's like, and it's like, yeah, it was like 40 seconds because the bout just started. So I'm thinking, I ain't watching this, man. Leon's gonna lose. And then you knocked him out. You knocked him out.
It man's a bit too honest.
No, listen.
No, but
listen.
he was the underdog though in Bookers.
Yeah, because he's like 19 fights in.
Yeah.
To my what was it, 8 or something?
Yeah. And
7.
he had way more fights. He was he was been on TV a few times.
Yeah, he was a good fight. He was a good boxer. Just again, timing, man. It just I feel like that night that was probably the best I felt in my whole career.
Yeah, so
That night.
Yeah, then you was on a roll. And that's why I was surprised. Well, I was a bit surprised when obviously you lost to Jermaine Smile after that.
I wasn't. Do you know why?
What?
If you look at the time out of the ring, the inactivity,
It's like 10 months, innit?
a year later on, a year on,
Yeah.
I didn't fight Smile. From that fight there, I wish it would have been 3-4 months later, because I'm nice. But the long period out at that age is no good for no fighter. Inactivity killed me. So that happened, and I was like, okay, cool, that's where it's at. And then I had another year out to fight Cello.
Yeah, and Silla
When I
Rim.
was supposed to fight Alan Higgins, and he completely pulled out, and
Oh.
I think ended up retiring. I don't know.
No, because he boxed Craig for the Southern area.
That's right. Yeah. So he pulled out.
Oh, so he was meant to fight you after.
He was supposed to fight me for the Southern area.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember there was talk of you fighting someone else, but his name can't. Another light skinned bro, but I can't.
Who?
His name's not. It's Wood something. I don't know if it's Wood. No, it's not.
Not Curtis Woodhouse.
No, it's not. It's something. I don't
Young
know.
Muttley, no.
No, okay, if I remember.
But yeah, Chelo Renda, I remember he had the famous fight against Paul Samuels where they both knocked each other down. And he was a big banger. So that one, yeah.
He did. No, see, again, it could have. I was winning the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the fight, so I'll prove it to you if you don't believe me.
Listen, I'm not a catalyst against you.
Do you know what,
I'm
though?
root for you.
No, listen. You know what, right? I think I surprised Cello because he underestimated me. He'd be free to say
You
that.
probably say that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But enough respect, man. Like I don't look back and think, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like it just how it went. And like I say, I gave my all. Round 9 came and literally collapsed with exhaustion. Could not get up. I just was like, I've got nothing left. I remember literally punching myself out. Like, remember Nigel Benn and Michael Watson when Nigel just went and just collapsed?
Oh yeah, when he just
Do you remember?
Yeah. He was, yeah.
It was literally that, had nothing left.
Yeah,
But the last 2 fights, I would say I struggled with the weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I knew I came in heavy with Smile, 3 pounds over. I had to lose that on the day, on the night, with the weigh in. So I remember I was so doing everything the best I could. Like I wasn't cutting no corners, cheating, but for some reason I was just holding on to whatever was going on. So yeah, the last couple of fights I struggled with the weight, and I think you just know that when I'm hitting nearly 40, body's changing, everything's changing.
Harder to
I have to appreciate that actually. Well, Lee, maybe it's just like it's just where it's at. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got time to be going up to light heavy now. I'm 40 years old. Like, do me a favor. Do you know what I mean? So
did you know after that?
I retired the next day.
Yeah, that's
I
what
retired the next day because because
yeah.
I knew I'd given my all, and you know, enough respect to Cello for an amazing fight, which got Fight of the Year, and you know, some memory that's always there. And yeah, we just continue, man.
No, but listen, you had a proper career, an honest career. You know what I mean?
You sure?
Yeah, not this YouTube boxing stuff.
What do you think? He's trying to get me out of here, you know? He needs to stop this.
No.
Listen.
Well, yeah, it was a very respectable career.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, and you know what I mean? Yeah, I know people who sparred and stuff. So you've been in the gym, like, you had a proper career. Because remember, at the time, and it's funny, you and Curtis Woodhouse kind of came around the sort of same time, so it was like the
No. Yeah, no. I mean,
So
I played with Curtis at Peterborough.
You were not. Well, you lot were never gonna fight.
Who, Curtis?
Yeah, no.
Yes, he's like,
that's
what?
yeah.
He
So
fought,
who did Curtis Woodhouse?
Darren
fight?
Hamilton.
Darren Hamilton. Yeah,
Darren Hamilton.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And Ashley Fearfane. He beat Ashley Fearfane
Yeah,
for the.
That's right. Yeah, Darren did.
Yeah, for the British title. Yeah. Yeah, he was 140.
No, Curtis is my boy, man.
Yeah.
Like, Curtis is. We played together at Peterborough, and he used to come in with black eyes. Then I'm like, bro, what you doing? And he was like 26 then, and he's like, yeah, because he liked a bit of a, you know what I mean? He's a bit of a boy, like a scrap. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh man, I'm boxing, you know. I've just been sparring, and I was like, really? Like that, blah blah. So I was like, okay, cool. Didn't really
take him serious.
Knowing your background though, what was you thinking? Like, because obviously you're coming from that kind of background.
Do you know what? It's always been my passion. So when he told me, I kind of paused, and I was just like, "Wow, you're actually doing it. You're actually doing what I've always wanted to do." But I would probably say as he'd tell you the truth, like, my football career was a little bit more ahead and enhanced. And he always used to say me, like, Lee, you keep scoring goals, mate, you're gone for big money. Do you know what I mean? You're gone. So I kind of held on to that. But regardless of you know, the lower weights and you know, the journey, like, it's incredible from where he came from. And when he first started, he was rubbish.
Yeah, people were laughing.
Curtis weren't, you know what I mean? The dedication that he put into to actually get to become a British champion, yeah, I have to salute him, man.
Because you know what it is, people don't realise how hard it is to be British champion. Like, people think it's very easy. It ain't easy.
It's extremely hard. You know, you can get there through. So I mean, obviously, if I would have won an English title, again, you know, my British champion at the time then is Callum Smith. No, thank you. Callum Smith at 40 years old. Yeah, good one. Do you know what I mean, bro? Like, that's the difference in what this is. Like, you can't muck about in these super middle light heavyweights. Like, they hit hard, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's timing. It's who is champion at the time. I think Darren Hamilton was probably the worst performance of his life in terms of what was against him. But you can't take nothing away from Curtis.
Yeah.
Because on paper, Darren should have won pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
But nah, man, not when someone's that dedicated and hungry.
Yeah.
He weren't that hungry.
Yeah. And you got to remember, as you said, Callum Smith. Remember, he knocked out the fellow.
Listen, I saw Callum
in the first round.
I saw Callum because there was talks of it. You know, there was talks of it. When I beat Kelvin Young, and if I would have got the English title, if I would have got through that, there was talks of it. And I remember seeing Callum at one show, and he's tall, innit? He's big.
Yeah.
So I was looking at him like this, and I was like, I was never gonna fight you. And he just laughed, didn't it? He just laughed. But bro, there's levels to this. There's levels to this, and I know the sport, and I respect the sport, and that's where it stays. You know, like I've done the best I could with what I had, and the time I had.
Yeah, no, much respect to that, man. So then you said, you know, you announced your retirement the next day. And then did you sort of have a plan of what you was looking to do afterwards? And what was that?
I've done a few things. Obviously, when I got my personal training, or I kind of done these things in the process of when I was fighting. So I've done my personal training while I was fighting. I started to study as well. I'd even done my SIA license. I got all these little bits and bobs together, kind of had in my head like security firm and and all these types of things going on. And then I just kind of like fell into like the mental health area.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
And speaking, which led me to go into corporate firms and speak all over the world. Whether I've spoken in Madrid or London or wherever it is.
What made you? Because you know, I'll say like, especially in the mandem, when it comes to mental health, it's not something that's spoke about enough. Mandem feel like, I don't know if it's the ego thing or showing they're vulnerable or whatever. They won't speak of their mental health or the problems they're going through. They'll just let it eat them up, and that's certain people. But I like people who are bold and strong like you are and tell your story. Did you feel that's like to help other people, inspire people to like, don't die in silence, speak up? And because I feel like that's a lot of people don't really speak about what's going on in their head, especially in our, like I'll tell you a joke, like obviously when I'm driving, I'm an Uber driver. So I picked up a white guy one time, innit? And he's driving, and he said something like, "Oh, yeah, you black boys, you don't really say your feelings, do you? You just all keep it inside and let it burn inside you." I was like, what?
How did that come about? No filter.
You know what I'm saying? He just said it like that. And you know, in my head, I told him, "Oh, mate, stop being cheeky." But in my head, I was thinking, he's kind of right. You know what I'm saying? Kinda, because the man, you don't really call your boy and say, "I'm going through this or going through that." You know what I'm saying? It's frowned upon. It shows it's like you're weak.
Why do you think that is?
Bro, that's just how.
Let me ask you. Why do you both think that is?
I don't know why it is. I can't tell you. No, I've just said why it is, because I feel people don't want to show they're vulnerable. There's too much of an ego.
No, it's not that. It stems from childhood. A lot of it, when you're growing up, when you show pain or you're upset,
Or weakness.
you're told, stop being a crybaby, be a man. No, and this is from when you're young. So unfortunately, a lot of us are adultified from a very young age, which then as we're growing up, we're told to just suck it up, tie yourself up by your bootstraps and get on with it.
Yeah, so that's one reason. But I would also say is I feel people don't want to be vulnerable, and they've got a lot of ego as well, like
Or judged.
Like they want to be judged. That's the word I'm looking for.
So, yeah, it's very interesting, right? But I always say this, right? When I'm a man that's been on the other end, I've lost people I love to suicide, family members.
Yeah,
right?
likewise. I've lost 2 cousins.
Right.
Lost a very good friend. Some friends.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When that happens in your life, and you know, I don't wish it on anyone in that respect. So, but when these things happen, it sits with you in a way that you only really understand once you go through that pain yourself in your own life, when you actually see it, right? So when I experienced it in my own life, my own depression, and then literally just trying to check out a life, coming out of that, how can I stay quiet? How? How's that gonna impact my life, but let alone anyone else's life that's struggling? Because not everyone makes it through. I was very fortunate. God had a plan for me. Yeah, He had a plan. So I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to go again, right? But not everyone does have that opportunity. So the least I can do in life is give back, speak, talk. My best motto that I use all the time is fight it, get help, talk. Those 5 words saved my life. So if I use those 5 words and implement it into my whole life and push that positive energy out there, that potentially can save a life just from hearing me speak. I can't sit here and be silent knowing what I know. Do you understand? So it brings you a different power, it brings you a different type of resilience to understand, actually, the people that do sit there in silence and say nothing, I just hope that you find it within yourself somehow, whether it is, you know, you've got different powers and different things that you'll go to. My children are mine. You know, I've got a very beautiful family, but not everyone has beautiful backgrounds. So therefore they have different resources, different things to hold on to, but not everyone can hold on to things. So the only thing you have is yourself. Therefore you have to love yourself in such a way that just by speaking and leaning on someone to say, you know what, I'm struggling and this is the reason why. How do you know that doesn't open up a conversation and that person actually responds back in a way to say, do you know what, I'm struggling too. And that's how conversations start. And that's why society has to get stronger in that. There is no, if you see a man crying, it doesn't make a man weak. Ask the man, are you okay? Why is that such an issue? Just ask the man, are you okay? You don't know what's going on in one's life, right? But at the same time, because you might be doing the right in life right now, presently,
You don't care.
you might not care right now because you're doing the right in life right now. But that person that you see maybe isn't. So what's it going to take from your life to say, excuse me, sir, are you all right? Because that little conversation there could save a man's life. And that's the part we miss.
Yeah.
Because that person can be you, you know. Don't think our minds, no, everyone's human being. Everyone's minds can break down. Like I always say it, don't care how much money you got, don't care what you're doing, don't care how successful you are, don't care how famous you are. When it's all stripped away and your mind starts to go, that's the point where everything pays.
Yeah, and we're all one incident away from that.
Trust me.
One incident away from it. But again, never get caught up in the success too much. Never get caught up in, you know, the, oh, like, yeah, I'm doing so good, like, blah, blah, just cool. Because, you know what? Life has its different chapters. And I've had many chapters. And I would say the most demoralizing chapters that I've had have made me the person I am today. And that's not because it's just all about me. It's actually the impact that I'm having for other people's lives. So when I leave this world and when it's time to leave this world, I'm leaving in a way that I hold a different type of legacy. It's not just because of football and boxing. I hold a different kind of legacy. When people speak out of my name, they hear and say, well, you know what? If I showed you the messages that I received from people.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that as well. I was going to say, it's like,
I get so many messages all the time. You saved my life. You saved my life because of X, Y, Z. Thank you. Do you know what that does to me? Gives me a different kind of purpose. Now I've got hunger in a different area. Can't compete no more. It's time. It's over. It's done. But I've got different paths to take. And more lives to save. And I'm passionate about it.
Cause you know what's crazy is, you know, you kept saying you didn't know what you was gonna do after boxing or football. So you didn't know where you was gonna go. But you know how your story is crazy. How the full circles around and people are telling you, "Thank you for saving my life. Thank you for doing this."
It's the truth. It's the truth.
And if you're really, like you said, you're in line with the spiritual stuff. It shows because now you're helping other people.
Yeah, it's the only way. I always feel like a man that has so much experience and so much to give. If that man is quiet, you own nothing. You own. There's nothing you can. You know what I mean? There's nothing that comes out of it.
Yeah.
So I see your journeys on the like you said, your mental health. You know, advocation has taken me to meet a few people, and I see you chilling with The Rock. Yeah, how did that come about? And
that's my guy, innit? That's my guy, man.
Yeah,
It's your brother.
It's my brother, man.
It's your neighbour, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Listen, like I say, you know, affirmation, visualizations, all these things. So when, you know, through boxing, when my boxing career ended, throughout my whole boxing career, it was videographed. It was videographed. There was like it was basically a diary. And one of my boys, Junior, who does all he works for like Frank Warren now, does all stuff there.
Yeah.
Does like photography and
Yeah.
videography. He was like videoing it and blah blah blah, and then that went on to Redeeming Features, who were like a film directing company. And 5 years on, we have a documentary film. I'm waiting any time now.
To drop it.
Yeah, anytime now. It's in the It's been 5 years. It's so much political aspects from it, but like I said, timing is everything. I believe like when you guys see this film and you see the fight footage, you see the way it's broken down, the people I've interviewed in it, and as you say, like The Rock, he flew me to LA. Do you know I reached out to The Rock straight.
How did you reach out?
I got hold of his manager. I got hold of his manager, and I kind of sent a heartfelt message to his manager. Little did I know he gave that to Dwayne, and Dwayne read it, and about a week later, I woke up and that phone went off like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and it beeped, and I just like saw this message, and I was literally just reading like this, and he was like, The Rock was saying to me, Leon, thanks so much for your message. Amazing what you're doing. I've looked into your story. I think you're inspiring. Bro, I was in shock. Like on the real, I'm a kid from Fulton Heath. Like I'm not. This is, do you know what I mean? A-lister, Hollywood, like whatever you want to put it into.
SummerSlam, WrestleMania.
It was just like raw. So The Rock I'm talking to. You know what I mean? And then literally within a week, he flew me and my team over to LA. Sat down with him. He was on the set at the time filming The Ballers.
Oh yeah.
So amazing interview I had with him. Amazing interview. As we sit here today, man to man, spoke about everything, the hardship, the pain, the trauma. Every man has got his kryptonite. Man. Every man has got this weak.
There's scars to bear.
You see what I mean? Like, every man's got his own journey, right? So we spoke about a lot of things, and yeah, it was amazing. He gave me about an hour of his time, and obviously that went on, and I interviewed the likes of obviously Ricky Hatton, Kelly Holmes, Frank Bruno, Jamie Redknapp, Alan Shearer. The list is endless. The list goes on. But it's very powerful, massive. It's called The Good Fight. Now it's been changed in terms of
what was the name before?
10 Count.
10 Count, okay.
I think this new name's better.
The Good Fight, because there's so many reasons. There's more reason around that. So yeah, we are very, very, very close. But yeah, it's gonna happen. I can't say too much. But when it arrives, you know, it comes with a bang, innit? Like 43 seconds.
We're gonna know,
Yeah, when man's looking back like. Comes with a bang, innit? You know, when man's going out the place and he's like, raw. Lee's knocked him out in 43 seconds. I thought he was gonna lose. So yeah, it will come with a bang, and then do you know what, bro? Like, although the fundamentals is my story, it's so much more bigger than me, because it's gonna be so impactful and save so many lives, and it will be my biggest achievement. That's why I think I will probably be like, just gonna praise God, man, because when it does arrive, then it will definitely be my biggest achievement. In life.
And are you doing any work with like any athletes and footballers, boxers? Because a lot of people,
in terms of
mental health.
All the time. So obviously, I mentor.
Know you said you was working with the
I mentor the Crystal Palace Academy.
But any outside of that.
Outside of that,
You're with the Southern Area Boxing Committee. Right?
I'm with the
I
boxing
remember
board.
I was working at the award show last year.
with
my boy Eddie, and you was there, and they was giving out awards, and what's his name?
Who?
Alan Minter's son
Oh,
got an
okay.
award.
Ross
Ross Minter, yeah. Remember he got an award there.
presented it to him.
Yeah, he presented it to him, yeah. So yeah, and then I was like, oh,
So-
right, they obviously, I thought, right, some
Yeah, it's
include
not the token
some
gesture. I
Yeah,
know.
no, but I thought, right, right, man's jumping the party now.
No, I don't move like that.
No, remember we spoke.
Yeah,
And I said,
I know.
no, we spoke, and he was like, yeah, like you're here to push the needle, like, and make moves and change in the boxing,
Yeah. Listen.
you know, in the boardrooms, because obviously, mainly we're just the commodity fighting,
Fighters, yeah.
Mandingo fighting, just bashing each other up, but it's about getting.
Yeah, my brain's wired a little bit differently. Obviously, they've been on me for a few years, and you know, Dennis, the secretary, he's been going on at me, and I was like, okay, look, let me just hear what they've got to say. And I have just looked at it like this, because I don't meet every meeting, should I say, but I feel like where the boxing board stand, and they will know this, that they can do so much more. Doesn't really come down to the financial element, but I think from a committee, a foundation, I think in terms of fighters and the care factor, I try and implement different ideas. I'm trying to get them to collaborate with different resources such as Sporting Chance. And I also collaborated them. I also got them involved with a company called LAPS, which is to do with life after professional sport. And that's helping. If you go onto the website LAPS, that is so if a fighter went onto LAPS and wanted to become an electrician or wanted to learn a trade or become something else in life, which most fighters need to do because you don't always get to AJ level of money, right?
Yeah.
So you don't always get that opportunity. And as I know through fighting in the likes of York Hall most of my career, most of them kids are still working and fighting and working and fighting. So they never really get the opportunity that you see, what most you see on TV, unless you're an Olympic GB boxer or you're an exceptionally talented amateur, whatever it is, no one's going to look at you. So you always have to start from that. So there was lots of reasoning to why I wanted to get them to hear my ideas. That happened. Just waiting for them to set the. I think the Sporting Chance thing will be good from a rehab point of view, from a counselling point of view. I think it's good to offer fighters those particular things, because after fighters finish, and many that I've seen, again, is where the mind comes into it. And sometimes they're not always ready to finish fighters. And sometimes they can go on for too long. But actually when it is time to retire, they need something else.
Because that's all they know, isn't it?
They need something else. Just for their mind to get into. And yeah, I think it's just I think gradually the board are not as bad as many people think. And I know that because I'm in there. I know that because I'm in there. It comes across with certain things and how it, there's certain things I don't want to really speak about because it's not my position to. But also, I understand the fighters as well because I've been one. And I understand. I've got friends that are fighters. I've got people that I know firsthand, not mentioning any names, that have been through a hell of a lot in this journey for whatever reasons. And sometimes you have to understand their part as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's about trying to get that balance, but hopefully things keep improving and changing.
Yeah, man.
Got any more questions?
No.
Yeah. So you said, so what's it? I remember there was one fight where I thought the brother was a bit of a punk. I forgot his name, but he was doing a head-to-head and he tried to say something about he thought you was mentally weak.
That's John Callum.
Was that him?
Yeah, head to head, John McCallum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I went for him in that press conference.
yeah. I remember. Yeah, I remember. So, have you managed to speak to him after? And has he?
Bro, once I beat him and he retired on his stool because he said he was going to retire me, right?
Yeah,
I was like, old man.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
I was like, old man. And again, you know, sometimes you can't. What's supposed to be is going to be. But I knew that I'm not losing to this guy. I can't lose to this guy. Probably lost the first 2 rounds of that fight. Just seeing what's going on. It's just another 8 rounds to go or so. And I was like, cool. I started breaking him down after sort of 3-4 rounds. Started breaking him down, and I knew then that when I was in the ring with him, and I knew that now you've not got what I've got. You've not got what I've got, bro. And you know, like, I was smelling it. And I was like, inside, I'm like, yeah. I'm a bit different, you know. Like, I was like, yeah, I can see you suffering. I saw his eyes start going, started like, yeah.
And he was 7-0 as well, so it just
Good
shows
fighter.
you. Yeah.
With what he got to in terms of levels,
Yeah.
everything's about levels. But you know what? Like he come to me after, you know, after everything ordered, settled down. A few years later, obviously I went on to fight for bigger titles. But a few years later, he come up to me, see me out one time, and he's like, you know what, Lee? Boy, I underestimated you. I'm very respect to you, man. And he, you know, like.
You can't knock it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna hold a man to trying to get me into my head for the moment. It did get in my head, by the way, because like,
Yeah.
man touched me personally. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we think sometimes South London comes out and you think, don't worry about boxing. Like, you're all right.
Yeah.
Like,
He's got that temperament about him. Because I remember you saying about you went into the prisons to do a talk. And some of them obviously, you know, they hit the weights and all that, and you're like, right, yeah, don't let the light skin fool you.
I don't know what it is, bro. Like sometimes, it's, you know, especially with the dark skinned brothers. Then, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, don't let the light skin fool you. Like,
Light skin never
you
looks
know
so
what I mean?
tough. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, red skin are dangerous people, you know. Yeah, needed.
Now the Clarendon's coming out. There we go. I love it. But no, man, listen, respect for like your journey. Takes
Pleasure,
a
man.
strong man to come from where you've come from. You know what I mean? The trials and tribulations, ups and downs, and helping people as well. Do you know what I mean? Because that's as I said, I've lost 2 women cousins
Sorry to hear
to
that,
suicide, and one of my very good friends as well for a very long time. He did as well. Funny enough, it was after he split up with his wife at the time. So these things, and he was with her since they met in college, and they've been together like 20 years. So
sad,
that was his
very
life.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a kid with her, and then one of my cousins, 2 of my girl cousins. Funny enough, both of them were like on the outs, very successful, with work, making lots of money. So people think that it must be people who must be homeless and down and out. But you see people like Amy Winehouse and celebrities, and you think, why did they do that? They got it all, ain't they? Like, and you don't know what's going on with. Man. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what's going on. Life pressure. You don't know what's going on. And it could be anything. It's not about if you've got money or not, as you've stated.
Yeah, of course. I was playing Premier League football at the time I was going through it.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not down to money. It's just down to understanding where you're at the time in your journey.
Yeah. And
just trying to accept what's going on, but also understanding that you have to get help when you have to get help, you know? You can't do it all by yourself.
And I hope you can like start recruiting. I don't know if you have already, but some other people who are advocates can you also spread the word as well, not only you know what I'm saying? You need a crew of...
Most people got to step forward and volunteer.
Well, you'll be the best to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think, I'd say I'm the leading sports person in terms of speaking about this, in terms of our culture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm probably
that's what I was saying. Like, you don't really have...
You got like Clark Carlisle, who was from a football background, but in terms of our sports and what it is, like I'd definitely be up there. And yeah, I know Tyson Fury
Oh,
does
yeah.
quite a lot around it, but I've done this way before we even started talking about it, before it became
Or,
And
or-
anything, yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, and that's the realist. Anyone that knows me knows what's going on. So
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go into the penultimate round, which is a series of questions, and you just choose an answer out of one of them. Hit
Wait,
the...
mind, be cautious. He might stitch you up. Yeah.
No, there's actually no stitch-ups in this. Hit that bell.
Bing.
Left hook or straight right?
left hook,
Red corner or blue corner?
red,
Everlast or fly?
everlast,
Cleto Rays or Grants?
grants,
Rival or winning?
winning,
Paffin Sports or RDX? You don't know that?
I know
knows what-
RDX, but I
Paffin knows
don't-
Paffin Sports is Tyson Fury gloves.
What
Yeah.
Tyson Fury and Klitschko are wearing.
RDX.
Yeah. Leon or Venom?
I've tried Venom. I've tried them.
That's
what
one.
Isaac wears, isn't it?
Lyndon Arthur wears them
That's
as
what
well.
Isaac wears as well.
Yeah, Isaac. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I quite
RDX.
like
Oh, sorry,
Venom.
Lyndon was RDX, yeah,
I've
yeah.
not tried Leon's, but I should go for Leon's because it's like near my name, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's Italian leather, isn't it?
Yeah, they're supposed to be nice as well. I've not tried them both, so
Yeah. It's like because they was back in the Johnny Nelson used to wear them back in the day.
Is it?
And then they just went missing, and then obviously AJ made it popping again.
okay.
Yeah. For boots, for football boots, Nike or Adidas or Reebok.
Ooh, I started off with Adidas and went to Nike.
Which Adidas is Predators?
Predators, man.
Yeah.
Old school Predators. then.
Yeah, 'cause it's funny.
Old school
The
Predators.
black and blue
The
ones.
heavy ones.
Yeah, the black and blue.
Felt like Willetons.
I bought my. That's funny. 'Cause I went to go buy my son some boots for his new season, and I bought him Predators, and I was throwing them in the air like this,
Light.
yeah, and they were so light. I was like,
Light,
bro,
yeah.
you kids are going easy.
I went to Nike later on.
Yeah. So for boxing boots, Nike or Adidas.
Nike.
Everlast or Lonsdale boots.
I had Everlast, I think. No, I had Nike. I had Nike boots.
Okay.
But
York-
Everlast. I haven't worn them. It's hard to
yeah, it's hard to say.
say.
Innit? Yeah. Fair enough. York Hall or Copper Box.
You're cool. Come on.
Yeah. No, but in the two venues.
Yeah, York Hall.
Got to
The
ask.
hot box, the grease fryer.
AO Arena or O2 Arena.
O2.
Tupac or Biggie.
It has to be Biggie, man.
I have different moments. I'm gonna go Biggie, but then some days I'm Tupac.
Yeah.
It's very. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's chop and change, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Biggie's actually a better rapper, but who's had a socially bigger impact? I'll say Tupac in my opinion.
Yeah.
But no, it's lyrically Biggie is a better.
Yeah,
rapper
Biggie
than
was the
Tupac.
one. It's probably
It's not
It's
even like
probably
I'd say
Biggie.
like.
Definitely. Biggie.
It's not, in my opinion, I don't think it's close. But if you're talking tracks, cool.
Nas or Jay-Z.
Ooh.
Nas.
Yeah, I like that. See,
Drake or Kendrick.
Kendrick. 100%. Don't even put Drake's name into that.
he said,
Right.
You know them ones.
"Oh, you
that-
like him, man."
Bryson Tiller or Brent Faiyaz.
Ooh, Bryson.
Okay. Future or French Montana.
This generation, probably Future.
Yeah.
French Montana, probably more old school.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I know.
50 Cent or P. Diddy.
No Diddy. Man said no stitch up question.
I'm just saying they're like rivals, isn't it?
No Diddy.
Well, I think we know the
comment on
answer.
that. No comment. On that.
Yes.
Skeng or Skillibeng? Whatever.
Skillibeng, whatever.
Massacre or Alkaline?
Alkaline,
Vibes Cartel or Movado?
Cartel,
Beanie Man or Bounty Killer?
Bounty Killer,
Mr. Vegas or Sean Paul?
Vegas.
DMX or Ja Rule?
Can't put them in the same
So
category.
I was about
bro.
to say
Yeah, I
that.
know.
You know?
Yeah.
I was about to
way.
say that.
And you know who I'm gonna say?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
DMX, because Java was trying to
yeah.
cat. D Block or Dipset?
D Block,
Wu-Tang Clan or
Wu-Tang Clan,
Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Wu-Tang Clan,
Okay.
Serious.
Burna Boy or Wizkid?
Burna Boy,
Jack Johnson or Joe Lewis?
Jack Johnson, just because.
Yeah, I was actually watching a
pioneer.
documentary
Yeah,
on him
yeah,
again
yeah.
yesterday.
Only because of that, really. Probably
Yeah.
Joe Lewis is obviously, but I'll just go with that because he's the pioneer.
What do you say you're watching?
I was watching a documentary on him just
Amazing.
yesterday because
Amazing.
yeah. Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
But for me, it's that guy. But this guy's impact is crazy.
Yeah, you know what? See, Tyson was the one that got up. He's the one that really put me into that place of like, wow, this guy. I'm waiting up for this guy to come out. Never really had that with him,
Yeah.
but I thought, what an amazing guy as well. I just have to put them in the different generations as well. So it's like hard to kind of say who's better and so forth. But the impact he had in life is more than I'd say what probably he's had.
Yeah.
But the generations tell it all. So some kids don't even know who he is in this generation
I
now,
know.
by the way.
I know.
They don't even know who he is in this generation now. Do you see what I mean? Scary. Know who Jake Paul is?
Yeah, it's weird. It's so annoying. But hey, it's life.
So that's life, right?
Yeah. Ray Robinson or Ray Leonard?
Leonard, because he beat my dad.
Okay. Michael Buffer or Jimmy Lennon Jr.?
Buffer.
Mills Lane or Steve Willis?
Mills Lane.
This weekend we've got a great fight coming up. Who you got? Artur Beterbiev or Dmitry
Beterbiev.
Bivol? Yeah?
I'm just going hard on Beterbiev. Yeah, I just feel like he's just different.
Okay. Word on the canvas is there's a fight being penciled for January between Sebastian Fundora versus Errol Spence. Who you got that in that one?
Vendora.
Fundora, yeah?
Do you know what? Is it how you pronounce it?
Fundora.
That tall.
Yeah.
I
Power
think-
Inferno.
Yeah, I think that what I saw of Errol Spence with Crawford last time round, I don't think he's the same. I think his punch resistance is gone. Something wasn't right. And I'm not sure if he's going to get back to that place again.
This is a long way
With
up
respect,
as well.
though. With respect. You know what I mean? Like, he's an amazing fighter, but
I still believe him. I still believe him. I think Fundora. I think he'll do a job on Fundora.
yeah. Yeah, you never know, though. You never know when someone's like,
Yeah, you never know.
you never know when the time
He's
is.
been,
How long's he been out for? What's this?
Mike Tyson lost to Danny Williams.
it's going to be a year and a half.
1.5.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Danny. Yeah, he lost to Kevin McBride.
And Kevin McBride. You just never know, do you, when it's time, it's time.
Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis?
I love Tank.
Yeah.
I love Tank.
Chris Billen Smith or Sergio Ramirez? That's on the Latino night.
I'm going to say Smith because I just like what he's about. I like his story. I know him. So I'm going to be biased and go for Smith.
Yeah.
The gentleman.
BMW or Mercedes?
Mercedes,
Audi or Lexus?
Lexus,
Rolls Royce or Bentley?
Bentley.
Where's the yard foods? Where's the
We're
yard
getting,
foods?
we're getting down. We're getting down to that. Relax.
I swear, sir.
Daytona or Sky Dweller?
Daytona.
Pepsi or Hulk?
Hulk.
Yeah.
Pepsi or Hulk.
Yeah, the green one.
The
Hulk is
Rolex.
the green one.
Oh.
Yeah, so you thought he was talking drinks.
I thought he was talking drinks. I was like, what are you talking about,
every
bro?
time that used to get me like. For
Yeah, I was thinking like,
that used to get
wow,
me for
like
so
you're
many
talking drinks.
episodes.
I'm not aware of those particular Rolexes.
Oh, okay.
I've only had a couple of Daytonas in my life. When I was playing football, I don't play football anymore.
Okay. I like that. This man's really angry, you know? All right, you'll like this one. Dark skin or light skin?
Dark skin and light skin, what?
What in what
Yeah,
preference?
what?
Like, in what context?
But,
Yeah, no
girl.
Diddy, man. No Diddy, man.
No, girl. Man,
Oh,
definitely.
I mean, I like light skin, but I'm not. To be honest,
You're not
women
opposed
is.
to
I'm
women,
not
yeah.
really. I don't really have like a type in
Beauty's
that
in the,
respect.
is it, yeah, yeah, that's good.
I've got what I have, and I'm good.
Cool. Slimline or curvy thick?
What again? Sorry, what are we talking about?
Women.
No, you need to
What do you
say
think?
this.
What do you think?
Yeah, you got to
Oh, is
say
it?
it.
You gotta say
Yeah,
it.
you got to say it. Yeah, because it could go sideways.
Baby
You gotta
oils.
say this,
It could go
you gotta say
sideways,
it.
bro.
Oh,
Do you know
I'm
what I'm
gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to amend these
So yeah,
questions.
it could go sideways.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thick, bro. Like,
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't do the. Yeah,
You don't do the bantamweights.
I don't do the bantamweights.
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh, you say you like some thick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, come on, man. I got 5 children for nothing. Man.
I
ain't got 5 kids for nothing,
I
bro.
was one of them man that say I like legs, sir, man.
Natural or surgery?
Natural.
Good. See, women. This is what I'm saying. You seen the guests? They're all saying just keep it natural.
Yeah, natural.
You don't need to do this. Garage or house music?
Garage.
Salsa or rumba?
Salsa.
Drum and bass or jungle?
Jungle.
R&B or hip hop?
R&B because I'm light skinned. R&B.
Slow jams or new jack swing? That's tough, isn't it?
Bro, that's tough, you know. Probably slow jams for me
Yeah.
because, you know, like the vocals and that.
Yeah. Dancehall or Afrobeat?
You can sing as well, so you can sing. Yeah.
Can you? Oh, right. Okay.
Not no more, though. Not no more.
It never leaves.
Trust me, it does.
Dancehall or Afrobeats?
Dancehall.
Reggae. Sorry. Yeah, reggae or revival?
Oh, bro. That's a bad reggae probably because it's just but revival is different as well in it. So there's some class like it's hard.
Yeah.
If you're going deep into it, like if you know, it's
Yeah.
going there. Bit of both.
Yeah. Mac and cheese or shepherd's pie?
What you trying to say? Because I got the English in me.
I'm just asking a
No,
question.
but you man trying to throw me off now, innit? Because like, yeah, well, you got the English side, so let's put the shepherd's pie into it.
I'm just asking a question, sir.
And then we just put the mac and cheese.
Okay.
Mac and cheese.
The next question.
Yeah, no, man's
the
there,
next
innit?
question now. He's finished. Watch. Cornish pasty or beef patty?
Waste, man. Yeah. Patty. I love my patties, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curry goat or curry chicken?
Curry goat.
Jerk chicken or brown stew chicken?
Brown stew.
Steak, so.
Yeah, peppered steak or oxtail?
Ooh, pepper steak.
Yeah, that is nice when it's done properly. Fried dumpling or festival?
Festival.
Chicken soup or red pea soup?
Red pea soup.
Yeah, come on. Red kidney beans or gunga peas? Because this is a new debate people are trying to push.
Red kidney beans or gunga peas? Probably gunga peas.
Come on.
Yeah, probably gunga peas.
Yes.
That's the smaller ones, right?
Yeah. The real ones, man. Hardo bread or cocoa bread?
Hardo bread.
Yeah.
what I had
No, I
from
love
young.
cocoa bread is actually for me, I'd say.
It's nice, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hardo bread is not really much to it, is it? That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't drink, forget that. Fanta or Sprite?
Fanta.
City life or town life? That's the last question.
Depends what age you are.
That's an interesting answer. That
I know.
for now, then.
For now, town. Like I like to. Although I'm in this, I'm in it now, but I would like to move away
Eventually,
from London.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been out of London all my life, to be honest. from when I left sort of Crystal Palace. I've always been out, but I come back.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And there you have
We're
it. And there you have it. Thank you. That's the end of the penultimate round. You got through that.
Thanks for inviting me on.
Also, yeah, any sort of message you want to give to the supporters and the viewers out there?
Well, anyone that's followed my journey, thank you. I appreciate you. Anyone that's struggling out there in life, just hold on, because you know there's always the sun's always gonna arrive at some point. So just understand the process of what you're going through, embrace it all, but don't give up on yourself. And do things that make you feel good. Be around people that make you feel good. Don't self-destruct, and just be the best you can be. But understand when you're going through it, just embrace that part, but just don't stay down for too long. That's my message.
Yeah. And if you let everyone know where they can find you on social media as well also.
Okay, so my Twitter is at Leon Mckenzie 1. My Instagram is at Leon MCK Insta. And that's the only video to use. I mean, I'm on Facebook and only a page.
Yeah.
You say where they can find you?
Yeah, that one where they can find you.
Lexobem at Instagram. And also you can message me on Fight Fan TV Live as well.
Also, you find Fight Fan TV Live also at Danny Glover _EST. Also on Twitter, Danny Glover FFTV. Also, Fight Fan TV Live on TikTok as well. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Their names, man, sound like Michael Buffer.
So yes, and there you have it, guys. It's another episode of the Neutral Corner, proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. And today it's been presented by Danny Glover and Big Lex. And today we've been joined by our guest, Leon Mckenzie. And remember, guys, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is.